And I thought, I should have charged. So first piece on TikTok, she got over 5 million views from people all over. 5 million. I've been on TikTok for how many years? I ain't got that.
She
But
deserves her flowers. So
oh,
do
she
you, because you
really
helped her.
does.
Welcome to Spotlight Voices. My name's Natalia Nicholson. I'm the founder of Women in Digital Business, and I'm here today with the wonderful Daniella Blechner. You've probably been watching a few of these podcasts, and these episodes are dedicated to the speakers of the top 100 most powerful Black women summit. Okay, the summit was released in October and it gives Black female entrepreneurs access to 100 masterclasses by some of the best Black businesswomen globally that have had to work from grassroots up and achieve their goals and destinations. And we want to make sure that you can really hear the stories of these women so you too know that you can be whenever you want to be and you can get to wherever you want to be. And you've got your fellow sisters supporting you. So, Daniella, if you could just please tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey, that would be amazing.
Okay, hello. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast, Natalia. My name's Daniella Blechner. I'm an author, book journey mentor, founder of a company called Conscious Dreams Publishing. We transform diverse writers into successful published authors. We've published about 350 authors' books on the bookshelf. You can see some of them here. We offer mentoring and bespoke publishing and mentoring services to authors with powerful messages and stories to share with the world. So I've been doing this for 9 years. I kind of accidentally founded this because I'm an author first and foremost. I'm absolutely passionate about writing, sharing stories, sharing a message. I published my first book in 2014. I tried to go the traditional route. There are many hurdles and it's difficult anyway to get published traditionally, but I found a lot of gatekeeping. So I eventually set up my own publishing house, published my own book. From that point, I had so many women. At the time, it was mainly Black women coming to me with extraordinary stories, wanting to know how to publish. I was helping them, connecting them to editors, typesetters, designers, helping them to publish their book. They started doing really well, and I thought, I should have charged. So this should be a business. I'm a former teacher, so I love mentoring and teaching, but I also love literature. So I fused the two together, created Conscious Dreams Publishing, and we're about, like I said, 350 books in now.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. And it's funny, I noticed that you said there were Black women coming to you. Do you think there's a reason why maybe you had more Black females coming to you to write books maybe than any other group?
I think two reasons. I mean, the first one is what I get a lot from Black women specifically is I want to work with a Black-led publisher, or it's not something that you really see there. So if you go on to any of these kind of even more so like when I first started 10 years ago, I was looking for an agent. If you go on to these kind of main commercial publishing houses, there still is a lot of work to do in terms of diversity within that workforce. I can't remember the exact stats, but I mean, the stats are exceeding way below 10%. So if you're looking at the people who are making the decisions about what gets read, who has their voice amplified, those people making the decisions aren't representative of the UK that we live in. So there's that as well. Another big reason is I've had so many stories from again Black women at the time. One in particular said that they had an agent or it was like a publishing deal, and they were being asked to change like their main character, let's say Abiola to Sophie, or told that
No, no, no.
cultural story didn't have enough commercial appeal. So there's a lot of that really, but I mean, we do publish people from all over the world, different races, backgrounds. Our youngest author's 7, eldest is 86. Some of whom have never, this whole digital world is so completely new to them. So yeah, different backgrounds, Canada, US, UK, Europe, Germany, Dubai, so many different people from different cultures and races that we work with. But at the beginning, it was a lot of Black women who weren't being heard, which is why I'm passionate about representation and, amplifying underrepresented voices.
So it sounds like what you've actually done is not just being able to connect with women and teach them how to write and publish a book. It's actually giving them a platform and a voice to be able to share their stories with others where they might not be able to share it with publishing houses changing names
Yeah.
or changing the direction and authenticity of what it is they're actually doing. And how important, Daniela, would you say it is to just stay completely authentic to a story? So what I mean by that, it's interesting to me that you said that the publisher might want to change names, but I feel like sometimes when we are telling stories, sometimes we do change things ourselves to maybe want to appeal to an audience, to maybe to want to emulate. Like, how important is it to really just have vulnerability in terms of having that successful book that people are going to read?
Mm. I mean, like anything, when you're setting up a business, it's really important to carve out your audience, your core audience. Is it niche? Is it a particular culture or background that you're appealing to? Or is it more importantly like a universal story? So you can have like stories are what connect us. You can have a story. Here's one, for example. She's released her book today, giving you a plug here, Christabel. The Unspoken Truth. It's amazing. She's actually gone viral on TikTok. Her first piece on TikTok, she got over 5 million views from people all over. 5 million. I've been on TikTok for how many years? I ain't got that.
She
But
deserves her flowers. So
oh,
do
she
you because you
really
helped her.
does. But she first did a few video series talking about her story. It starts in Ghana, so you have a lot of the political backdrop behind, during that time before she was born. So it follows her parents' story of like betrayal and immigration. So her culture is very, very clear throughout that. But you have a universal story, and that is what connects people and touches the heart of, love. Like her parents' love is so uh what's the word, is the essence of the story of what kept them together, but also you have the separation, immigration, migration, starting a family, all of these things, maybe not the immigration and migration, but love, striving to give yourself a better life. These are the things that everyone can connect to in some way, shape, or form. So it's how you connect that universal story whilst also honoring your own culture throughout that. I think there's a lot that we can learn from each other. I personally love reading different books from different cultures so I can learn. But it's how do you shape what you're writing so that it does appeal to everybody? So I think it's that universal thread.
Yeah, most definitely agree. And it's interesting. I was saying to someone the other day, like, I used to be such a big reader. And as the years have gone on, you get busy. I don't read as much, but when I do read, because I still love reading, I do read a lot of business books, self-help books, inspirational books, and I think we
Yeah.
all do. And sometimes I just miss a good old fiction. And I know there are many, many coaches that, their book is what establishes them as authority. Their book is a way to let people understand who they are and what they do.
Yeah.
Like, how important is it to stick to, non-fiction, this is my framework, this is about my business, as opposed to actually this is my story?
Oh, good question. So, but I offer free 20-minute consultations, and one of the questions I always ask is, who's your audience, first of all? Obviously the title. What's your genre, and who's your audience, and what's your message? Now, some people think they're writing a self-help book or a personal development book, and it's like, no, it's more of a memoir. So just being really clear on what that is. So is your book going to be your story, your memoir with an element of personal development, or is your target audience people that you're trying to help? So is it personal development with the element of your story? If it is an element of your story, how much of your story do you want to include within that book? So it's just making a decision very early on, because you don't want half your story and half personal development, because where's it going to sit in the market? So it's, I think, how much of your story do you share? And I think when you're writing a personal development book, people do want to connect to you. They do want to know that, social proof that this works on you, that you've overcome some of the, do you know what I mean? There's no point in talking about, setting up the most wonderful business if you don't have a business. How did you get there? People want to know your story as well. But I think it's differentiating between which one is it? Is it a memoir, or is it a non-fiction book?
You can't, and what I'm sensing is being strategic about that as well, in sense of the balance. And I guess that plugs into all the other things that you do, whether you're a personal brand, you're a business, and what your offering is. But I'm a firm believer. It's one of the things that we definitely connected on when we met. Stories are everything, ladies.
Yeah.
They're everything. We connect through stories. So you've got to learn to be able to connect with whether you're end user, whether you want to be an author and just be known for your books, or whether you have got a business and you're using it as a part of a system. You've got to have that ability to be able to connect. And that's what content does. And there's no better way to do that than through a book. But it's got to be a good book. So,
Yeah.
Daniella, what can we expect from you at the summit? What are you going to be teaching these women all about publishing and writing books?
Well, I can't wait. It's called From Pages to Profit: How to Transform Your Book from Cash to Crack to I'm trying to remember to clients because there's so much you can transform it to clients, credibility, and cash. So it's yes, you can have a book, but how do you leverage it? How do you use it to attract clients? How do you use it to get revenue? You want the revenue, don't you? And you want the credibility.
And there's something about us that no one ever wants to admit that. Do you find that? Like sometimes I have to keep saying to people, it's okay. Like, you can have a passion, you can be mission led, but you can also have the want and desire to be wealthy and have your objectives. And I think as
Exactly.
Black women, we need to be a lot less forgiving of that and give ourselves some grace. We deserve it.
Exactly. But you think of the blood, sweat, and tears you put into your project and why you're doing it, and you might love what you're doing. You want to help other people. The other people that you're helping, wouldn't you want them to be well? I love it when my authors are, broken even, or they've sold lots and lots of books. We've got our own online bookstore. One of our authors who's launched today, she's like posted 81 books out. She's only had it on pre-order. It only came out on Amazon just yesterday. And I just love, when you sell directly as well, you can also make more money. So I'm always
Yeah.
advising authors how they can do that, and it makes me feel happy to know that they're earning. That's what you want. It's not necessarily the reason you want to do it,
I
but
know, but I love that.
hey.
Yeah, I do. I love that. Do you know what's funny, Daniel? Like Daniela, like genuinely, um, I've always wanted to write a book.
Oh,
No, I have, and I'm going to be honest, ladies. I'm putting it out there. If anybody feels the same way as me, please do drop it into the comments. It's a big thing, and I think if I do it, I know that I want to do it properly, and I
yeah.
would love to share my story. And for the first time, you've probably given me a little bit of excitement. Usually, I think of the book and what I've got to do, and have a little bit of had made me dread. I'll be honest, because it's something you want to do. Like, there's nothing better to be able to document and have a piece of legacy and be able to, especially tell your story, especially whether you've been through adversity or you're teaching something that's life changing. And today, I can honestly say you've given me for the first time ever a feeling of, do you know what?
Oh
Actually,
wow.
it would be great to write a book just by the way you're discussing it and talking about it, in a sense of just speaking about, thinking about who your audience is, whether you want to tell all of your story. Is it a memoir? Is it personal development? What do you want to achieve? And the more you're speaking about it, actually is erupting in excitement. It
Oh,
actually,
I love this. Oh,
yeah.
it's coming then.
Yeah, watch out, guys. So Daniela, I think I'd need to book one of those
Do
discovery
it.
calls. Please do let our audience know as well if they did want to book a discovery call with you, where would they go to and where can they follow you and find out more information about you outside the summit?
So you can hop over to my website, which is www.consciousdreamspublishing.com. If you go to the contact page, you can book me for a 20-minute consultation. I'm on Instagram under consciousdreamspublishing.com and LinkedIn under Daniella Blechner.
And make sure you connect. One of the things that I loved about meeting Daniela and being a speaker at this conference, she has got a sincerity about her. She's going to be honest with you, and we all need that. Sometimes you do find when you're working with someone, people have got a tendency to tell you what you want to hear. I love how you balance the straight talking, tough love with the feeling the support and warmth to get to where you need to get to. That is definitely you. And that's the type of person that you want to work with. You want to work with someone that's going to challenge you and stretch you and be the best version of yourself, especially in expressing or telling your story. But you also want someone that you can be vulnerable and feel completely free. And if that's the type of person that you're looking for, Daniela is your person. Okay, so please, everybody, make sure that you enter into the summit. Check Daniela's masterclass out. It's an amazing masterclass, and watch out as hopefully you'll be seeing more of Daniela in our community. But Daniela, as we wrap up today, I've got 3 fun questions that I've been asking everybody. So the first one is: are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, it's a hard one.
Me
It
too.
used to be night owl, and I think I'm more morning now. Yeah, definitely.
See, I'm night owl trying to be morning. I've been in that space for the last 2 decades. They say is it the early worm catches the bird?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
with bird catch.
Very British. Next British question, actually. Are you a tea or a coffee drinker?
Oh, tea, coffee drinker.
Oh, Daniela, you dumped us here in the in the UK.
I'm sorry, I've got it right here now.
It's funny. Most of about 70% of our audience is American, and it's funny. All the English people say tea, and all the
I'll do
American
that.
say coffee. You broke the trend. Good for you. That means you're a
Hey.
trendsetter.
I try. I do have a bit of herbal tea, but not the old British tea. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I'm a big tea drinker.
Uh,
And the last question is: if you could offer a life hack to anybody that's watching, what would it be?
oh God. All right. Don't look at anything as yeah, we do make mistakes, but just keep moving forward. Don't take life too seriously.
Oh, I love
I
that.
get this because my best friend's granddad passed away. He reached 101 and he looked so young. And I remember we asked him, "What is your secret to life?" And he said, "Just learn to kind of let things go." And I'm still learning this because we can hold on to things, hold on to this went wrong. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. How can you change these things that weren't great experiences into positive ones? Like so many authors that I've worked with, including myself, is how I started out writing from having experienced adversity. In fact, setting up Conscious Dreams Publishing because of adversity, because of challenges, because of rejection. How can you change those things into positive things and let that old story of, mistakes and failures go? Because for every failure, there's a success as well.
Do you know what? Every now and again, something happens. Not every now and again. For me, it's probably daily. Something will happen where a message will come through someone else. I know it's for me. I'm not going to get into it, everyone, but that was definitely for me.
Oh,
So thank you. Not going to go there, but yeah, I take heed to what you just said. Put it that way. And we've always got to be learners, always got to be learners. Even, many of us are coaches ourselves, but we all need to be coached and we've all got to develop ourselves and just keep pushing to be a better person because what you put out ultimately is what comes back to you. Daniela, thank you. You have actually lifted my mood today. I'm sure you've lifted the mood of anybody watching. It was just, yeah, it was straight to the point, direct. There was a load of nuggets in there. And seriously, everyone, make sure you check Daniela's masterclass out in the top 100 most powerful Black Women Summit. You're going to gain a lot. And if you are thinking about writing a book, whether you're someone that just enjoys writing, I've had a friend of mine recently went on a big life experience holiday and did some poetry, and now she's becoming a poet and writing a book.
oh
It doesn't
wow.
always have to be about business. You might just feel like you want to share something with the world and you feel like you can make impact, or maybe you are in business and you really want to figure out how to put yourself out there, stamp your authority, and kind of share your story with the world as a way for people to look you up and start working with you. Whatever the case is, check the masterclass out, book a discovery call. Just don't fall into procrastination. Life is too short. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It's not good to hold on to things, but it's also you want to get to that end point of life and feel like you've achieved all the things that you've done. And to have a book and write a book, there's no greater way to do that. So, Daniela, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to being on your show.
Yay!
So, anybody watching, make sure you follow Daniela because you'll be seeing me on her show soon.
You will.
Right, take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.